morning, Mr. Ali. So we're here at KJLH to discuss the firestorm that's been created by the R. Kelly documentary that's been broadcasting for several days over the Lifetime Network. Could you explain to me why you are here today and what you are urging or commending KJLH for doing?
Well, we're here because KJLH radio station is owned by the iconic Stevie Wonder. So we're here to actually thank Stevie Wonder and KJLH radio station management for already banning R. Kelly's music on his airwaves. But also, just as important, we're here to call upon Iheart Radio 1 to follow suit. No urban radio stations should be playing R. Kelly's music. He is a serial child molester, and anytime you play his music, you basically keep him relevant, you keep him enriched, and you're making money off of child molesters. So we think it's important that these radio stations, these corporations, have the moral and courage and conviction to be a good corporate citizen and stop playing R. Kelly's music, because clearly this man is trouble. He has some mental problems, and the fact is he's a child molester. So why should Black America, the Black community, Black radio, support someone who now we know for sure is a pedophile?
There have been so many, part of the argument and the conflict between people is separating the man from the art, and that's been the argument between a lot of factions that have been apologetic for his actions despite the allegations in the past. Is it possible to separate the man from the art?
Well, I would say this, there's no question R. Kelly is a musical genius. No one can take that away from him if they want to be really honest. But at the same time, he's also a serial child molester. And that's why our call is not for censorship. It's simply a call for a boycott in the same manner we called for a boycott of the NFL when we felt that Colin Kaepernick was being blackballed by these white billionaire owners who were treating him like a runaway slave. Why should Black people continue to give our money to the NFL or any corporation that oppresses our people? Same matter with R. Kelly. Why should we not boycott R. Kelly when he's preying upon young Black women? So our call is not for censorship, our call is for a boycott.
Harvey Weinstein has been very prevalent in the white community as a predator who's done similar actions. He was terminated immediately from positions. Do you think that now the Black community can follow suit and do a full ban on R. Kelly at this point?
Well, the Black community should have banned R. Kelly years ago once the videotape came out where we see R. Kelly urinating on a 14-year-old child in her face. It should have been banned then, but for whatever reason, we gave him the pass because Black men, Black celebrities have been victimized and oppressed throughout history, so we kind of like to look the other way. But now we have to say, time's up. The fact is, we gotta let Black women know, young Black girls know, they're more valuable than anything. So that's why we're here today, let them know their lives matter, Black women count. And that's why we reject R. Kelly. So as a Black man, a Black father, I'm here to say we support the victims of R. Kelly.
Currently, it's award show season. We had the Golden Globe Awards tonight, the Oscars, all of these different award shows are going to be broadcasting over the next month. Are you surprised that more people didn't make mention to it the way they mentioned Harvey and Me Too and Time's Up, the way that has been championed? Are you surprised that that wasn't mentioned during the show, or do you expect it to be mentioned during the awards season?
I mean, honestly, I'm not surprised at all. The fact are, these are young Black girls who've been victimized and preyed upon and sexually abused. Had this been a white girl or white young women R. Kelly was doing this to, R. Kelly would have been locked up and put in prison years ago. So the fact that Black women's lives are devalued by Hollywood, there's no surprise at all. It's disappointing, but I'm not surprised. That's why it's up to us, Black community, Black leadership, to champion our own causes.
Are there any causes that you're currently organizing to? You mentioned that you want the catalog to be removed from Iheart and the other larger corporations. What is your next move?
Our next move is to start organizing protests outside of Iheart Radio, because at the end of the day, we commend KJLH for doing the right thing. This radio station has some morals, some courage and conviction, but what about the rest of urban radio across America? We got to hold their feet to the fire and hold them accountable. So that's why we'll be doing protests next.
All right.